Good morning, everybody. I hope that you're doing well. I'm just going to do a little sound check just to make sure that everybody can hear me. Okay, it looks like it is doing a lot better than yesterday. So we'll kind of go into it. I'll kind of get right into like what I'm looking for this morning and how I do my analysis, basically from the higher time frame down to the lower time frames. Again, if anyone has any questions throughout, and if I can see them, I'll answer them. But if I'm trading or something, I'm probably least likely to answer and look over there, as I will be kind of explaining what I'm looking for. So yesterday we traded off the top of this weekly imbalance, also this daily imbalance. I thought that we could potentially look to see if we can trade up above this high and ultimately looking above here. So as we look on the daily chart, again, we're at the top end of this daily inverse fair value gap. And if we're bullish, we'd expect this upper portion to hold price and to go higher and ultimately attack here. Now, we did have SMT on the daily time frame where S&P was able to take this out. This is kind of a little bit of what I wanted to see. I wanted to see us fail and not exactly get up there and take that out, because if we had done that and then had this reaction, I would think potentially we could go a little bit lower, which we could still end up doing today. But I'm going to be taking the assumption or belief that we could potentially still trade a little bit higher and that we'd be trading to this high. And I don't know if we'll get to this high today, but would be my target ultimately above yesterday's high. But this would be a low resistant liquidity run signature. I do see that we have this volume imbalance on a daily, but again, it's in the lower portion. If I'm looking for bullish price action, then that's what I would be looking for. That's what I'm going to be going into today. And if not, if we're showing massive weakness, then obviously we have this volume imbalance on the daily time frame. As you can kind of see here, we have a imbalance there as well. So I'm going to kind of go to SMT a little bit. So I did see this SMT, but again, we also have SMT above this high as well. So it's kind of mixed right now. So I don't necessarily have a massive bias, and you can kind of see that we've been consolidating. So nothing really clear there as well. So today is going to be a little bit of a patient day for me, even more, because what I don't want to see is us pretty much remain inside day. Because if we have an inside day, that means probably going to get a seek and destroy day, and that's going to just be chopping back and forth, and those are days that I don't want to be in. So if that is the case that we get today, and I can kind of recognize that a little bit earlier, then I will not take a trade today, and it'll be on Friday. We'll look for an opportunity there if it presents itself. So I think I did all of the rundown, what I'm looking for. So again, this is kind of how I do, this is what I do on the daily. I look for levels to be either respected or disrespected on a higher time frame. So in this case, we have this 4-hour level. Again, remember we had noted this yesterday, and that we wanted to see price stay above this. So we're going to keep that there, because this would now be an inverse. We would expect this, if it's bullish, for price to hold this, and then we can start attacking this low resistant liquidity run signature. But again, if we start getting to a lower portion and we're not seeing any reaction, then most likely again we're gonna be going lower. Now I do see that we have inversed this fair value gap here. So I am keeping an eye on that, and technically we'd be in the lower portion of that as well. And we have SMT up top, so I am keeping that in my awareness. But this is what I'll be looking for today. So I just want to make sure I have all my levels on the chart that I'm looking for to see a response. And if we are not getting a response, then that's also letting me know that that I'm probably on the wrong side of the market, and that's okay. And to just wait for a little bit more information. I also want to note this wick as well, which we had already hit. Down here, we hit that, and then had shown willingness to trade higher. So I also want to note that as well. And this is what I do every day. This week, I've pretty much been using the 4-hour chart. Most of the time, I don't use that chart because it's a little bit higher, but when I go to the 1 hour chart, it's not as clear for me. So I want to find like very, very clear levels that I would be expecting a response from. And if I'm not seeing a response from there, then that's also letting me know that I'm probably offsides, and that's fine. Just have to go reevaluate what will happen for the rest of the day. Again, I'm not in a rush to get into a trade. It just needs to show itself, and then I will jump in there. So this is pretty much what I have. I do see this. And also, I just kind of want to mention, we did close below this. It's not like we closed above it. So that is slightly concerning, at least for upside movement. But we will kind of see what we'll be getting today. So that's pretty much the whole thing for me. I want to see if we have anything. Also, I'm sorry, on the 1 hour chart, we also had this fair value gap right here that got traded down to again. So I'm going to note that as well, just to make sure that I have all my levels on there that I would be looking for and seeing some type of response from, which the bodies did respect here, respected there. And so we'll just see, we'll see what we get off the open. So these are my levels. This is what I'm looking for. These look very, very smooth. Also up in here as well. So we'll kind of see what we're going to get when market opens. We do have a discount gap as well. Have to be wary of that. And we're also currently trading at and a little bit below of a new week opening gap from December 8th. So that high in the middle of the low, we're slightly below that. So just have to understand where we are and specifically what we'd be looking for. So that's kind of the daily process that I go through. Remember, again, we have SMT at these highs, and then we have this small SMT here. I would be more likely to favor this one than this one down here, but it can also play out that way. I just need to make sure, like, as I'm watching, if we get a mixed open again, that's also letting me know something. So I'll be a lot more patient than normal if we're not getting the same move or same signature in price across all three, but mainly NQ and ES. So that's what I'm looking for. So as long as we can stay in this upper portion and kind of create some expansive price movement or some type of fair value gap, something that shows me that it's time to start going, then that's when I'll start looking at these highs and then potentially see if we can reach up to there. But if we get a trade down here, I won't need to get all the way up there at all. So that's essentially what I'm waiting for and what I'm looking for. And that's it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. I'll turn that up a little bit. Thank you for letting me know. It might just be me. I might have to just scoot up. Thank you for letting me know that. Let me know if it's a little bit better now. I am talking a little bit louder, but I just moved up a little bit. So just let me know. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. So how's your week been? Is it PP and too cool OH? Am I saying that right? But yeah, again, just kind of looking for higher prices if that's what's going to offer us. Again, we have SMT on the higher time frame. We just have to remember that We are in a little bit of a, you can see a consolidation. So when I'm noticing that and when I'm seeing that, NASDAQ longs. Okay, nice, nice. Glad you're doing great, man. And cable NASDAQ, nice. Yeah, I'm thinking that we have a lot more upside, but again, just being patient and seeing what we're looking for. We could get a, yeah, no problem. We could get like a little, rundown here and potentially could trade a little bit higher. Again, the daily time frame, I kind of like what we did, but again, I don't want to get stuck and caught in an inside day if that's what were to present itself. Like if we don't even trade down here, we kind of chop sideways. That is a potential, but we'll see, because the news we pretty much got, it didn't let us know anything. It kind of just, it looked like it almost cleared both sides a little bit. So just have to be patient and just waiting for it to kind of show us something. I am favoring, again, the upside just because of what we had on, and potentially maybe a little stop run and then go a little bit higher because we're in a consolidation right now on the lower time frame. We've just been trading sideways, so maybe we'll come out, take some stops, and then that's what I would like to see. I'm kind of favoring that as well. Just want to make sure that the stream is... What is happening? Hashtag Pipcasso. I think I have to change my internet. It's just bad. Yeah, I'm not sure what's kind of going on, why this is acting this way. Because it says it's dropping. Yeah, my internet is definitely playing games right now. I don't know why it's doing this. It's been fine every other day, and now it just now it just doesn't want to work. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Every other day it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. But we have about 5 minutes. I did check to see. It's fine now. I guess I might have to do an Ethernet or something later. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't keep acting up. Also have to find something else to do. But yeah, I think that we should see higher prices. But again, there's a lot of stuff to the upside that we have to kind of get through before that can be the case. So again, I'm just looking at these levels to hold. Nothing really on the 1 minute chart for me that is of any significance. But yeah, just gotta wait to see what we'll get here. How long have you been trading for? And were you in ICT's private mentorship, or yeah, where did you learn from him? Just YouTube? We also have a discount gap, so that is a we could see us trade a little bit higher in the first 30 minutes. We'll see what we're kind of getting here. Ah, yeah, dang, you've been there for 9 years. Yeah, so I was in his 2021 mentorship. That's the one that I got in, like his last paid one. Dang, yeah, but yeah, the Twitter stuff, yeah, I stay out of that too. I used to be like I would say hardcore, and I'd be like defending and all. Like it's not that. There's no need for that. Um, but yeah, I've been in there since the 2021, and I started recently finding out, um, trading a lot better was through his 2024 one that he just released. That's the one where I started to actually become, let's say, a better trader because I did the things that I should have been doing that he talked about all throughout the 2021 paid mentorship. How this is how you should be trading. You should be documenting this. You should be doing all these other things. And I was the one. I thought I was the exception, you know. So I thought that I didn't have to do everything, and I was be able to trade beforehand, and I could learn and do it at the same time. And we just know that never really worked. Always, always lost more, and then it kind of came to a point where I was like, I got to either learn this or I have to give it up. And I wanted to learn it. I didn't want to give it up. So we'll see what we get here, and I'm sure you know, like the entry strategy that I do is the breaker. That's my favorite one. That's what I look for, and I just look for everything to kind of stack on top of each other, and then I take the trade if it's there. I am noticing though on the 1 hour chart, this gap right here, I want to see us kind of inverse this. That would be what I'd want to see. But yeah, the breaker one is my favorite one. Breaker with the unicorn model, with the fair value gap. That's the one. Just wait for that one. I see. Yep. I haven't quite figured out how to get those yet. But they're nice. They're pretty nice. Okay, so go back to the 15-minute chart. Like to see us kind of, start showing some bullishness here. We have about a minute, or about 30 seconds left until the market open, or the 9:30 open. So just be wary of that. I just like to go make sure I have everything correctly. But yeah, hopefully we see some strength here. But we're at this new week opening gap low from December 8th, so that for me will be a little bit of could be a little bit what's the right word, struggle getting through that. So just need to map this out. So I have this, and then I will put this 935.75, perfect. And the reason why I actually put a alert on, yeah, I agree. I put an alert here because at times, I don't know why, I forget, and so I've seen it trade there, and I just forgot it actually traded there, and then I've had problems. So that's just why I note that. And I don't know why it does that every time, but for whatever reason it does that. That's fine. It can go. I have it on a different chart. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart. So we'll see here. Again, we're not seeing the same response out of ES, so I'm thinking this is a stop run. So let's see what we're kind of getting here. Again, not getting the same response lets me kind of know that that's probably a stop run. And then I look to see what time the first presented fair value gap forms. If the first presented fair value gap forms before 940, I'm expecting I'll say, low resistant condition. But if it forms after 940, for my rules, I have to wait until at 10 o'clock to take a trade. So those are kind of like my two things that I'm looking for and what I'm expecting based on when certain arrays are forming. So as of right now, we're getting a nice response off of this level. And we're not seeing the same thing in ES. As of right now, we're not. So. And we have Dow trading higher, which is, again, a little bit of a mixed opening. They need to kind of start all having similar. They need to start all moving in the same direction, or else this is a little bit more of concerning for looking for higher prices if that's not the case. So the first presented, I've been doing it probably for about 3 or 4 months. I don't necessarily use it as my entry technique. I more use it for direction and then letting me know when to trade. That's how I use the first presented fair value gap. If an entry comes off of that, then I'll take it. I don't remember him saying that back in any of his lectures before. I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm sure he did. I personally just don't remember that. I don't remember him mentioning that other than in the 2024 mentorship, but he probably did, and I just didn't pay attention to it, or didn't. Yeah, I paid no mind. That's what I think, because there was a lot of things that he said in the mentorship that when I went back and started watching, I had no recollection of that because I watched his mentorship like Netflix. I watched as many as I could in one day, and yeah, it just didn't really work out for me. So. But just 3 months, and then I've just been noting it every day, and then the time. Yeah, for sure. Like, especially when you're just learning, a lot of things are gonna go over your head because you're trying to learn a lot and do a lot, and sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, you know. So this may be the first presented or not. Let's see. I don't like where that's forming. Nope. So we hit back up into the new week opening gap low. From December 8th. So again, here we have Dow trading higher. S&P is not showing as much weakness right now. So yeah, I just know if a first presented fair value gap forms after 9:40, then I have to wait until 10 o'clock to take anything, which is fine. That's like the silver bullet window, I believe. Yeah, it's lagging right now. So hopefully we get like a nice range and a nice fair value gap, so I can kind of take this long, because I'm looking again more for longs, but I need to see like the timing of it is also very, very important. What I would honestly like to see is us create a breaker at here, and the only reason why I like this, because this would be the top of this candle right here. This would be the top of the new week opening gap from December 8th, and then we have this wick. So I would be looking if we can create a 5-minute fair value gap above that, or just kind of close above it bullishly and then create a 1-minute fair value gap above that. I wouldn't expect it to come back down. That's what I'd be looking for. Just need to kind of see that price action, and then I'd be willing to put on a trade here if it can do that. Because that's like the first thing. Like, once the first presented fair value gap forms, then it allows me to retest that breaker, and then goodbye. Especially coupled up with the new week opening gap high. I think that's a nice setup right there. But I just need to see that. So for me, it's a little bit interesting. I would rather like this one to create the fair value gap. If it's going to do that, that's the one I would rather have above this one. And so we don't have one right there, which is fine. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to see, if we can get that. But now that they seem to all be moving in sync. We have Dow trading higher, ES trading higher, and NQ is trying to make a push higher. So That's we'll kind of see if that's what we're getting. I do like how we had the SMT here as well. So we had, let's go back, look at this chart. Oops, this one. How this one took out this low and this one did not. So we have SMT right here. So that's, I do like that a lot. And yeah, if we can create a fair value gap above this, I would be more willing to take this trade. Hopefully it starts happening soon, because it's 9:37. So to me, this is probably gonna have to wait till 10 o'clock unless, you know, we start getting something happening here. Yeah, we have Dow trading higher, ES trading a little bit higher, and NASDAQ is chopping around a little bit. So I'd want to see this down close candle here on the 5-minute chart, support price. This wick maybe, get some response from there. But I mean, this down close candle right here, I would want to see if we're going to be showing bullishness. I'd want to see it respect that and trade higher. I wouldn't want to see it just to blow right through it. So the first presented fair value gap would be forming at 9:37 if this was to hold, if it does that. But I would want to see that candle hold with this. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Just want to make sure I have that there. Yeah. Just lagging, man. Just like it's like, I know what you want to do, man. Just stop playing around. Just kind of get up there already. Yeah. So just need to see that. We have a lot of room though. If it's gonna attack today's high or yesterday's high, and even up here, you know, I just need 50 handles for my specific trade setup. So as long as we can, well, we have a lot of room. That's all I'm trying to say. We find a breaker setup, even if it's not down here or something, it can give us some type of expansion here. That'd be great. It would be highly preferred. So not too much, because I believe, again, yeah, it's gonna go higher. But yeah, midnight opening price. Yeah, I used to do a lot of like midnight opening price. I used to draw that out a lot. I have like I haven't done that so much now, but I know it is kind of important. There we go. I like this. So I want to see a little bit more here, and then this would be great, because then if this creates a fair value gap, I'm in that one. Yeah, the cleaner the charts, the better. I've had times where it's just too much. So if we can create a fair value gap here, I will enter, and on a long, I just need to. It may not even give it to us, but that's fine. I'll give it to me. But I like to have my limit set below here, and you know, it's always a case where it could, you know, just scream down here, but that's essentially what I'm looking for. I do like this, that it would be in this upper portion, but we need this to hold. That's what I would be looking for. So if we can create that, we also have these two down close candles, so that would be my trade. Okay, there. So I would be in if it hits that. Hopefully it doesn't just run away, but if it does, it is what it is. So it'd be down below here. May not give it to us. And that is, there we go. So that's the first presented fair value gap. That's formed there. And so this is the trade that I'd be looking at. So there we go. Now we're in, and that's this would be my trade for today. Win or loss, that's the trade. So it formed at 9:39. 939. So that's what I'm looking for, and then I just target 50 handles. So that's essentially all I'm looking for in my trades. Don't necessarily like how it kind of closed that in all the way, but I'm looking for, we'll see what we get here. I don't like how it closed that, but pretty much looking for 50 handles. So I might get stopped out here. So we hit the top of the new week opening gap and kind of reacted negatively from that, but it's okay. We'll see what we get here. I do like how, I mean, I would have liked it better. We kind of closed above, but yeah, we're about to kind of close outside of the first presented fair value gap, not not ideal, but we'll kind of see what we're getting here. But yeah, so what I'm looking for. I do like how we kind of hit that, the top end of it. And right now the bodies, again, we're closing and staying inside. That is what I like to see, but we'll kind of see what we get there. I do like how we kind of had this almost immediate rebalance. We traded above. There's this order block there, so I want to kind of see some follow through here. I don't like how ES is kind of struggling a little bit. I also don't like what has happened there, but let me take this off right now. This is more or less what we're focusing, or what I'm focusing on right now. It's right there. So that's the first presented there, and I kind of want to see it start to attack and trade a little bit higher. So I do like that. We have a nice reaction there. Yeah, so we have this high that would technically be like, I mean, it's not news, but there's buy side here. Buy side liquidity there. That could be looking to get taken out, and if it does trade above here, this needs to expand aggressively. I don't want to see it go up here in reverse, because that's not a characteristic, or not a characteristic that I'd be wanting to see. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking for today. And if we can expand up there, this is pretty much 50 handles, or this might be a little bit more like 52, but I look for 50 handles, which is right about there, which is below these clean levels up here. So that, for me, I'm okay with that. So ES, we closed above. What I'm also hoping, though, because I got to see where my, yeah, so right here, if you go to a 15-minute chart, if you look at that, you know, creating a fair value gap here, I would like to see if we can, I don't like when this happens, see if we can create a fair value gap, I mean a breakaway gap here. So that's what I'm looking for here. See if we can get that. If that's not the case, or it comes down and kind of screams over and rolls over top of all this, then that's just what happens today. Don't like how it keeps retesting the first presented fair value gap over and over and over again. But this is the trade setup. This is what I would be looking for. And it's hitting the top of the first presented fair value. I meant the new week opening gap high from December 8th. So we'll see what we get there. Dow is trading higher, just screaming higher. So would like to see the same follow through. I am kind of seeing a little bit of follow through with ES. So don't want to see too much overlapping of this. Yeah, it's trading back into the first presented. Not ideal. You said BTC doing what you wanted NASDAQ to do? Yeah, I mean, I am expecting a little bit higher. I wouldn't want to see it keep coming down and keep coming down and keep coming down again and again. That's not like the trade setup that I would be obviously wanting to be in. But, price is going to do whatever it's going to do anyways, regardless if I'm sitting in the trade or not. But this is the 15-minute order block here. So we do have some body respecting of that going on there. But yeah, this is the trade setup, and whatever happens, happens. I think she. Yeah, yeah. NASDAQ is a she. I don't know why, but NASDAQ is a she. I'm not sure why that is or where I got that from or whatever. But to me, NASDAQ is a she. Yeah, I don't like how this is struggling right now to move, as we have ES kind of isn't moving either. Dow is going crazy, but yeah, this is just patience. Whatever happens here this is just what happens. It is what it is. Yeah, she. NASDAQ is a she for me. Why? I don't know why, but that's what it is. It's a she. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I don't know where I got it from. I don't know any of those things. I can't speak about that, but I just know that for me, it is a she. And so it is for Too Cool as well. Yeah, he said he can't explain either. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it's like that. But apparently that's what it is. So I'd like to see some type of movement here. We are kind of holding here, holding a little bit longer than I'd want to inside of a trade, because we've been in since here. It's been 8 minutes or so. And out of the 8 minutes, we've been in drawdown for probably about 8 minutes. So we want to see us trade above this high and actually expand. If we do not, then that's very worrisome. Yeah, the macro. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, macro at 950. So Dow just literally ran above that high, and then now it's looking like it wants to give back a little bit. But I believe that this is what I'm looking for. I forgot about the macro. Appreciate you for reminding me about it. So we have the macro there. That's not fun. 950 to 1010. See if we get a reaction from there. Start trading a little bit higher. Or we're gonna just run against this. But yeah, the 15-minute order block. I don't know if I can't tell from the entry thing if we actually hit it. Doesn't look like we did. But yeah, if it comes back down into there, obviously that 15-minute fair value gap, it would, stop me out. But I would expect us to, after all that we've done down here, to actually not come back down there. But price can do whatever it's gonna do. All I can do is put on risk and watch. Yeah, it's just spending it's just spending too much time, That's what it is for me. Yeah, it's just spending a lot of time at this first presented fair value gap. And I'm not a fan of price spending time in any fair value gap. Like it's chilling there a little bit too long for my liking. So usually just kind of want to see it hit it and kind of go away and move away, not just be hanging around. I don't want to be friends. Like when I'm in a trade with fair value gaps and I are not friends. You're supposed to be moving away a little bit. But we'll see what we get here. Yeah, we'll see what we get here. If we can kind of, because I mean, to me, this is very, very, very high resistant. This should have already been moving by now. Even if it's gonna go a little bit higher, it should be moving. It should be screaming higher. Kind of following along in suit with everything. Oops, with everything else. Yeah, come on. Let's see this candle here hold price, and then start to trade above here. Because we gotta at least get here. Like, come on, like this. at least get us above this buy side liquidity. At least something. Like, we can't go all the way up there and just fail. That wouldn't be nice. That wouldn't be nice at all. Let's check. I just want to check on the hourly real quick. Yeah, we'll see if we can, kind of close above this, almost inverse this. Amazon, Microsoft, and Nvidia are down on the day. Not cool. Yeah, those aren't. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not a. It's not pleasant. But yes, we do have the new week opening. I mean, the first presented fair value gap from yesterday, January 22nd. It was very large. But yeah, we'll see here. Could potentially end up getting stopped out, which is fine. So now we hit the 15-minute order block again, which is not ideal. But it is what it is. Just spending a lot of time there. This thing best rip. Like, even if it stops me out or goes higher, this thing best rip at some point. It's just being held. Just being held. Yeah, that's not good, actually. I close in the lower portion of that. Not bueno. No bueno. Yeah. It's just doing a lot of consolidating in here. That's more or less, that is more concerning for me. Because I've been in this trade for... Why does this thing do this to me? Why do you do it? For 14 minutes, and pretty much out of all the 14, I mean, the whole time I've pretty much been in drawdown. So, not what would I say? Characteristic of most of my trades. Usually they're not in, but in drawdown for this long. But again, this is trading. This comes with it. Yeah, the 15-minute chart we do. It looks good on the 15-minute chart. It also looks good on the 5-minute chart. So that's why I'm kind of... that's why I feel a little bit more comfortable holding this. Where we are, we have the inability to close below the... at least of right now, we have the inability to close below the consequent encroachment of the new week opening gap from December 8th. So that's what is allowing me to still feel confident in this trade, in taking it. But again, doesn't matter how I feel or what it looks like. It's going to do what it's going to do anyways. Yeah, it closed outside of the first presented. No bueno. Okay, stopped out. So stopped out for a minor loss here on the day. So that was a trade here inside the first presented for value gap. Came down, hit my stop to the 5-minute order block. So yeah, this 15 minutes, a CISD, could have had my stop loss a little bit too high, but I wouldn't have expected it to do what it did. I would expect here to go take out this high, which we did not get that. So that's okay. We look at that as potentially now it may want to trade a little bit deeper based off kind of what we're seeing here. But again, for me, there's no more trades today, just more tape reading. Yes, I'll take that off just so I can focus, kind of see what we got going on here. Yeah, so we ran up. We were unable to take out this buy side liquidity at all. It was being held a little bit. We have Dow trading higher. NASDAQ went lower one more time. And then ES is still holding the same thing. So ES is still holding his 15-minute order block. This could have just traded deeper. So I'm still favoring the upside as long as S&P can kind of hold its bullishness. But if it cannot, then that'll kind of change a lot of things. But yeah, I don't want to kind of see it close below that 15-minute fair value gap. But again, we did have SMT on from here to there. So from there to there, we had SMT. But again, I'm still looking for higher prices. I wouldn't necessarily be looking for lower prices. Yeah, so just expected this down close candle here to hold price to go higher. Just didn't get that today. Then we have that there. So go back here. Just kind of look to see what we're getting. Where's the next potential paper trade idea where that could be. Let us see. S&P is looking pretty good for bullishness. Just see what we get here. Retest the 6 a.m. opening price before new one PO3 opens up. Yeah, could have been. I mean, it is what it is. It's I got stopped out in trade. It is what it is. Nothing to not upset about that. It is what it is. But again, this is the first presented for value gap. I do like my key signatures in yellow. It's a nice reaction away. Again, we failed to close below. Consequent encroachment of the new week opening gap. So, yeah. Oh, let me put this on this time frame only. So again, we're seeing a lot of strength in, or not a lot of strength, but more strength in ES than we are seeing in NQ. So we did close. This is a favorable close. Went down there, but we kind of want to see some type of reaction away. But we'll see what we get here. We shall see. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, I see that. Yepers. Come on, you can do it, NASDAQ. You can do it. You can do it. I promise. Yeah, we'll do. I appreciate that. We'll do. Appreciate that. A lot of wicks here, in my opinion. There's a lot of wicks. I don't, not a fan of all this wicking here. For position sizing and entries, yeah, cool. Yeah, definitely will, man. Appreciate that. So the 950 to 1010 macro. Yeah. Oh, for sure. So I'll get that out the way here. So Dow trading to a fair value gap. We have S&P looking like it's giving up some showing a little bit of weakness here. Show a little bit of weakness. So we have here, this is the first presented. These are pretty much all getting ran through, so not and on the hourly chart, again, the bodies are staying in the lower portion, so you know, maybe we're gonna start trading down there a little bit. But yeah, we'll kind of see what we get here. See what's happening. So yeah, we're showing a little bit of weakness here in NQ, and ES is traded down to its order block now. If it didn't hit it before, it did now, just did now, hitting right there. We're already below that. And then look at Dow. Dow's kind of on its own quest for today. So yeah, just kind of gotta be patient. Yeah, Dow's on drug. Yeah, Dow always be doing something different every day. Dow just be going up. Everything would be consolidating. Dow wants to trade up or wants to trade lower. Dow just has its own agenda every day and wants to do something different. And you know what? It's allowed to, I guess. It's allowed to do whatever it wants to do. It's just got to sit there and, yeah, allow it to do whatever. Just kind of note it for, I don't even know why it's even there, to be honest, in terms of trading. It's just, I don't know how people trade it. Not sure about any of that stuff, to be honest. Not sure about any of it. So we're doing one more stop run and then we'll be ready to go. Like, what are we doing here? Haven't really done anything. If you look at, let's see, this one. Look at this one. I haven't really done anything. Kind of just consolidated, trading sideways. We'll see how the opening price reacts here. We trade above it or we're respecting it. And if we're respecting it, then obviously we could potentially see a little bit softer price action there. Oh, he speaks at 11? I had no idea, to be honest. I didn't know he was speaking at 11. Could be waiting for Mr. Trump to speak. Yeah. Could be. See, before I didn't even really pay attention to that, but I might actually have to start paying attention to it if when he starts to have speeches. Because I remember years ago when he would have a speech and then right after he would start talking, then the market would be like, did they? No way. On the economic calendar, they did that? No way. Wow, they did. See, I had no idea about that. To be honest, I had no idea. I would have waited till 11. Like, I had no idea. Dude, that's crazy. I forgot that they do that. Like, they just sneak stuff in there. That's so crazy. I honestly had forgot. I had no idea. I just checked right now and saw that. You should see my face right now. That's crazy. Yeah, I had no idea he was speaking at 11. Yeah, I would expect it to be choppy right before. 100%. This is what I would expect. I had no idea. Dang, man, that's crazy. It's all good, though. I'll make sure I check it. Hey, it's just a lesson. You know, I'll just make sure I check it every day before I start trading, because I haven't had to do that. I haven't had anything like that, so I'll just be chilling. I didn't know they were going to do all that. They just snuck it in there. Like, oh, yeah, by the way, Trump speaking. Like, what? Red folder news, Trump is speaking. Trump is speaking. Yeah. I would have waited. It's all good, though. Not upset. It's a part of learning. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That would explain all the wicks and holding in fair value gaps and, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's the crazy part right now. It's like Biden didn't have to worry about this. Powell, maybe a little bit, but Trump started speaking. Now everything wants to consolidate. Yeah, that's crazy. So crazy. The thing is, like, even if this goes lower, right, a little bit lower, it's still consolidating. It's chopping and holding. It hasn't taken out the high. Did it take out the low? I think it did. Yeah, it took out the 830 low and then ran up, which is also something important. That's why I would have expected that. But now knowing that Trump is speaking at 11, well, that makes a lot more sense for the price action that we're getting. Makes a lot of sense. Yep, just gotta check that thing more often now. Every day before I wake up. Or sorry, not every day before. That there's no way. When I wake up, I'll check that out. Yeah. Yeah, potentially. Could see that, especially with these. It's like kind of equal low setup, especially if we could indeed trade higher. We could see that. Yeah, the next 4 years, yeah, that's on my list. After I wake up, before I sit down at the charts, I'm like, what's happening? Is he speaking? Because if he's speaking, then, yeah, I like to wait till after he speaks. Because I'm pretty sure the better price action is going to happen and it's going to occur then. So, just part of trading. But yeah, this is wild. Wild price action. Cause yeah, we're hitting the opening. This is pretty much the opening price. Is it? I thought when I went to here, regular trading is pretty much, oh, a little bit below, but yeah, it's pretty much the opening price. What we're getting here. What we are getting. Dang, 50 minutes until he starts speaking. Yeah. I mean, as soon as he starts speaking, a little bit after, yeah, it's just gonna start screaming and running. Yeah, that makes sense. See, that's why I woke up and I saw this price action. I was like, what is going on right now? Like, this is what you expect to see before, like, FOMC or, like, NFP. Like, this is what I expect to see. So when I woke up and saw this, I was like, this is interesting. But I didn't know that Trump was speaking at 11. So that makes more sense why it looks like that. Because usually when I see this price action, I'm like, something's wrong. Something's up. Like, they're doing something. But yeah, that would make sense that he's speaking. Tomorrow we should get some, some nice clean action, unless they want to sneak him in there again. But I'll be ready for tomorrow, you know. I'll be ready for tomorrow. They're not sneaking nothing in there on me again. Yeah, I'm gonna check all this stuff every time. They're not sneaking that. Yeah, facts. Facts. If you don't know where it is, that's, yeah, you're primed for the taking. Yeah. So I mean, look at this. Like the bodies. Again, the bodies are staying above here. So the wicks are doing the damage, which you can clearly see. And yeah, the bodies are staying above. So yeah, there's no way. Like, there's literally no shot I would have had my stop loss anywhere below this. There's just no way. From what I was looking up here, there's no way my stop loss would have been right there and been like, oh yeah, now we're good. No shot. No shot. No shot. Yeah, literally nothing. Yeah. See, the thing is, I didn't even. So I was in like I was in Germany, and so what ended up happening was I ended up playing football in Germany in 2022, and you know his whole deal about like not having a different IP address, and if you do, then there's all this stuff that goes on. So I messaged him and I was like, hey, you know, I'm going over to Germany, so I won't have the same IP address. Is there any way I can access the mentorship from there? And he sent me an email and was saying like, pretty much said no, I can't do that. So I was like, well then I can't even look at any of the content anymore, because he was still putting out new content. And I went into his little contract, and it was saying how like if you're overseas or something, or if you move, there was something in there that was like you can change it. And he was telling me, oh yeah, you can do it, but now you have to be on your mobile data just to access the content. And I was like, there's no way. Like, you know how long that is? I'll have like no phone. I'll have no data because I can't use Wi-Fi. I couldn't use the Wi-Fi that was there in Germany, and I told him where I was going to be and all that stuff. It didn't matter. He didn't care. So I was like, okay. And so I'm actually not in that charter Telegram because I couldn't access anything while I was over there, because he pretty much said that yeah, so I couldn't use it. So I'm not actually in there. I thought about trying to figure out or emailing him that I was in there, but yeah, I'm not in that at all. Yeah. So when I heard he had one, I was like, oh, he has one. I was like, oh, well, it is what it is. But yeah, it was a whole thing like that, and he wanted me to use my phone data just to watch the stuff, and I could tell him what that was, and I was just like, you know what? It's not that deep anymore at this point. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even know that he banned people for that. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah. He was just like not having it. He didn't want to hear it, which is fine. I understand. I mean, it's his stuff. But I was just like, dang, bro. Like, I paid for the whole thing, and I'm just asking you because I want to access the stuff. I'm just somewhere else. I just can't. I won't be able to do anything. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It hasn't stopped me from, you know, what I'm doing now. It's just, yeah, it'd been kind of cool. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'm talking about stuff in my private mentorship. But for me, it was more of like, it's probably better that I'm actually not in it. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I was kind of using him as like a crutch. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, he definitely opened my eyes to understanding, to being better, being more disciplined. Because, like, a day like today, like, looking at this right now, a couple, let's say 4 or 5 months ago, account is blown. Like, it's just blown because I'm trying to force things to happen. That's how it was for me. Like, I'd be forcing trades, and it just, yeah, just literally get obliterated in a market that's just not moving. and I'd be angry and upset, and you know how that works, the FOMO and then the greed and then all that type of stuff. So definitely helped out a lot with that and showing me how professional traders trade, and those were things that I was ignoring in the first half of everything, and then finally I was like, you know what, I gotta actually start doing this correctly. So yeah, very thankful for the stuff that he showed all of us. It definitely helped out a lot. But yeah, I didn't know that. I might check out the Telegram. I might see like what he was doing in there. But yeah, I had the whole thing, and yeah, some of the videos, even when I tried to download them, they were like corrupted. So I or corrupt, and I couldn't even watch it. It sounded like what would it be? It sounded like horror. It was like a horror film. It was like a slow mo horror film voice, and it was weird. And I sent it to him, and yeah, it just didn't end up working out. So I was like, you know, it is what it is. Like, so some of the videos I don't have because they're just I couldn't download them without them sounding weird. But that's crazy. This is literally gonna just chop for like 40 minutes. This is crazy. 40 minutes just chopping, just priming everybody up to get in. See, I was at liquidity, man. I had no idea that Trump was speaking, so I played a part in that. Had no idea. I saw the I saw I just had it for the week, and I was like, you know what? This is what it is. I'm chilling. Yeah, I looked at the charts. I'm like, yo, something's up, man. I don't know what this looks like, but this looks very interesting. And then, yeah, you told me that Trump is speaking at 11. I'm like, yo, what? No way they did that. And of course they did. So, it is what it is, It's a donation. I'm glad I was able to donate today. So I'm happy for my donation, and giving and you always receive. But yeah, do you have Instagram, or are you on Instagram or anything like that? Oh, you close your socials? Ah, okay. Yeah, I was just wondering if you were. I'm not as active on there. I'm trying to start being. I use TikTok. Oh, I know you was. Were you big mad when they when they banned it for a little bit? Are you like on TikTok a lot, or did you not care? I don't use TikTok, by the way. Ah, you're overseas. Where you at? That's nice. South America. Okay, okay. I see you. What country? Peru. That's kind of lit. How is it there? I heard it's pretty nice living there. My girlfriend, one of her friends, is actually from Peru, I believe, and they go there a lot. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, it's cheap and it's beautiful. I'm sure. Do you be like snowboarding and stuff and skiing? You actually, oh, sandboard. To be honest, I've never heard of that. Is it like sandboard? I'm about to like actually look that up. I've never seen that. They had that in. They had that in Peru. Or you do that somewhere else. Okay, I'm about to do it right now. Let's see what it says. Oh, I see that. That actually looks kind of lit. Yeah, that's dummy lit. Does it hurt when you fall? Does it feel like that? Does it feel like the snow, or is it like chilling? Dang, that's lit. That's like what? You can do that for $35 too? Yeah, that's kind of tough. So I'm seeing that now. Do you like do you do like the little sand dunes as well? Yeah, you get hurt, but it's nice. Yeah, I guess. I guess sometimes yeah, sometimes yeah, those falls kind of hurt. But I guess you kind of feel that everywhere at some point. If you're snowboarding, skateboarding, all of it, it's all pretty much the same. But yeah, this price action is wild, bro. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. Yeah, back inside the first presented for value gap, we would create that. Just chopping around. Yeah, it is insane. Yeah, this is this is this is wild, man. I'm trying to tell you. I had literally no idea, man. No idea. See, I call myself, the informed minority. I was not informed today. I'll just say that. I was not informed today. I was uninformed that we had Trump speaking at 11. So, yeah, I just gotta, be better at that. Just overlapping price action. So anytime I start seeing this again, I already know. I'm like, Trump's probably speaking. So that makes sense why it's like that. So this is too much for me. Like even this, like even looking at this, like I wouldn't even take this. I would not take this. Knowing what's happening, I just feel like no matter where I'd put my stop loss, it would come get that. Not because it's my stop loss, just because it's just overlapping price action pretty much the whole time. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, this just looks lovely. Okay. Yeah. Literally. Yeah, don't attempt, man. Don't attempt none of this. None of this. Yeah, if you don't know where it is, don't attempt it. It's like that. Yeah, look at that. Nope. Nope. But I'll tell you these were days, man, that I'd be sitting here angry and mad, and then the account goes to zero. They like reset, buying the reset, you know. Gotta buy the reset. So that was this type of day. There was nothing. There was no excuse, no nothing. It was just, yeah. Today's one of those days. You know, when you get to the point where it's like, I'm either blowing this account or I'm passing. I had so many of those, and I never passed. By the way, never worked. It always ended up in the accounts blown. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is ridiculous. I didn't know Trump had that much pull. It's kind of crazy, actually. Man got pull in the markets just like that. He gonna speak and the markets are holding. That's crazy. Crazy to me. Because we legit just traded sideways for an hour and 27 minutes. Well, even before that, but an hour and 27 minutes, we just traded sideways. Yeah, this is one of those days where you just save your money and then you just kind of move on, or at least trade after. But since I already took my one trade and I lost, you know. Yeah, one of my friends told me the other day about that coin. How the president rug pull everybody? How does that happen? How is that allowed? You know, I don't think anyone should be allowed to rug pull. But like, man, bro, that's crazy. And then his wife did pretty much the same thing. I heard apparently she came out with some crypto coin. I'm like, bro, why are y'all like? I don't know. I would never buy that. I don't know why people actually think that that'd be a good investment just because he's the president. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, yeah. The fact that people actually invested in that and were like, this is the Trump coin and this is going to go, what? It's going to be like Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever the things that other people are trading. That shocks me. But again, I'm very thankful for that because you know what? When I am informed, I know that there's people out there that have no idea what they're doing. And again, ICT would always say it, there's a new sucker born every day. So, especially when it comes to the market. So I am okay with that. You know, I like how he always says it. They signed the same forms that I did when they went to put on their trade. So, you know, it's okay. Yeah, it's just not smart. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not smart to, you know, yeah, trying to do that. And like the thing is, like, if you do it once and you get lucky, the problem is you think you can do it again, and then that's where you're mistaken, and then you regret all that stuff. Because everything, the things that was happening with what is it, like GameStop and all that stuff. I told people, I'm like, this is like you're gonna get wrecked. Like you think it's easy money. I'm telling you, it's gonna get wrecked. Like you have people that like know what they're doing, and they're just pumping this up for people like you to go buy, and then they're just gonna run your pockets just quickly, and then you're not gonna know what to do. You can't go tell anyone. They don't care. like this is a cutthroat business. I could care less how much money you lost, when you lost it, and if you're not controlled in any of those things, it's a wrap for you. But yeah, I've pretty much stayed away from crypto. Haven't really been in Bitcoin. Let's actually check it out right now since this is kind of moving sideways. Not as interested in that. This was a coin that my friend was telling me about yesterday. Oh, it's the 1 minute chart. I'm like, yo, this looked like yesterday's trade. Come on now, this is a. Where was this at? I should have been over here trading this. Just kidding. But yesterday, yeah, we were talking yesterday, and yeah, Solana. He was telling me about this. He was like, "Yo, this trade, this I don't know. He was telling me something that this was something to trade, and as soon as I saw it, really, that might be lit. I might have to start checking some of this stuff on a daily basis. If they're gonna actually do that, if futures will actually start doing that, that's gonna be lit. I'll do that. Maybe. Bitcoin, not so much, but this, maybe I'll kind of tap into that. But we were up here yesterday, and I was like, I think we're gonna go down to the where are we up here? 54s to 60s, somewhere down here. I mean, I didn't think that we'd go all the way down here, but I kind of told him because I saw this setup he was explaining it yesterday. I was like, oh, that's a nice buy right there. Dang, starting February 10th? Yeah, I might have to put this on the list. I mean, I don't really trade crypto like that, to be honest. I don't really look at it that much. But, you know, people say they're doing some nice things. And, yeah, it seems to be moving well. I just don't know what do this real quick. Let's see. What is the units? Oh, that does literally nothing. Okay. Yeah, so I'd have to get to know what this what it actually is, because I don't use it. I just use one micro. So yeah, this is pretty lit, pretty legit here. It kind of all has like the same foundation and framework. What time frame do you usually trade off of? Yeah, breaker for right, you got bang bang. Yeah, what time frame do you usually trade off of? Higher time frame. Yep. Higher time frame is the key element. That was what I was always missing in my trades. Weekly and daily. Okay. Yeah, the beginning of the ICT always trades off the the 1 minute and less and all that stuff. So obviously, me as a new trader, that's where I thought I was. I could just not look at the daily or the weekly or anything or the monthly and just be like, yep, this 1 minute chart is going to respond off this level, and it just always never did. So there we go. After an hour and 34 minutes, we finally took out the buy side liquidity there. So that's what we're looking for. Just, we were just 54 minutes early. That's it. So now I just like to do this. Give me on the 5 minute chart actually. Yeah, so now we actually, we did something now. How many people you think are chasing it right now up there? How many people tried to buy in a breakout? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I can't lie to you. I haven't looked at Dixie in like months, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't looked at it in months. I know you're supposed to be looking at it for like risk on and risk off and stuff, but I haven't looked at that thing in months. I have not. Yeah, I just really haven't at all. Can take a look right now to kind of see. But yeah, I think like I mean, I hope they're right. Just knowing where Trump is speaking, I would not want to be doing that. But again, anything can happen. But yeah, this buy and this breakout, I just feel like they would get wrecked. I wouldn't surprise me if they came and took these out after running up here, after holding for so long, coming up here and then running and then taking the lows that you had kind of talked about. Yeah. I feel you on that one. But yeah, let me just add it here, just so it's there. But yeah, literally haven't looked at this in a long time. Let's look at the daily chart. Let's go to the weekly. So we have this. Where have we stayed? So we went up to this point. Now we're back below. We do have that there. I'd be interested to see like us getting down in this gap and what we do there. It'd be nice to see like this gap get traded through and then almost inverse it. But I think we have a little. It looks like we have a little while before that looks like it wants to occur. We do have this at 50% of the gap, and we looks like we fail a little bit less. Yeah, I can see us doing that. We have a lot of this down here. We have this breaker here, so it hasn't hit. I mean, we have the wick hit that, but yeah, I can see if we can trade a little bit lower. Yeah, if we don't. Yeah, if we don't hit this, if we don't go below this, then yeah, this is definitely in jeopardy. Probably that, and you know that may be a little bit longer term, but yeah, if we don't hit this, it's a wrap. If we don't go below that, yeah, it's definitely a wrap. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart, and then we'll go back to here. Looks like the breakout boys got something. Might actually got something here. Never know though. What do you mean by that? 120-day Dixie, that's going to make everything else bleed bad. What do you mean by that? Like just the 120-day part. Are you talking about like the range, or are you talking about just yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Breakout boys. They got blessed. So again, yeah, we had the right direction just 54 minutes earlier. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Oh, yes. Okay, I understand what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, if it goes up there, yeah, it's curtains for everything else. Curtains. That's what I'll be happy. Then I'll go into Bitcoin. If it starts going up there, I'll go into Bitcoin because everyone will be buying it. As it's just every dip they'll try to buy it. I don't know why. Crypto, they just like buying the dips, and I'm like, you can't just buy every dip. It's not how that works. Like that's not a consistent. You're not very consistent there with that. Just buying dips doesn't work. So we got 20 minutes before homeboy wants to come out and talk. So I can vibe with that. So let's see what we got here. I mean, I like the new day opening gap from today, which obviously was coinciding with all of this up there. So that's where I was targeting. I don't think we got 50 pips even before I was looking at yet. I don't think we had that yet. Nope, 50 pips was, yeah, right there. So, but yeah, there's really nothing over here for me at all. Nothing. Trump could either send it there or make it tank, so listening to what he says or tweets is a must. Oh, that's true. That's true. I should probably listen to what he's saying. I literally haven't done that at all. It's been a while since I've really paid attention to that. It definitely is important, especially when it comes to him knowing how it was last time when he was president. How things would just literally he would say something and then the market would just go up, just wouldn't stop, no pullbacks, just straight going up. Forgot about that. I should probably go back to his. I used to have his notifications on, so every time he said something, but then you know how he be tweeting to, or not him, but whoever's using his account, it's tweeted too much, and I was like, okay, I gotta turn it off. It's annoying at this point. It's not helping me. Yeah, literally, like just straight up, no pullback, straight up. Yeah, them breakout boys are getting cranked. I'll do the opposite way tweeted. Do the opposite. But yeah, y'all not messing with me. Yeah, I'm about to follow him real quick. I forgot about that. Dang. Yeah, his Melina had a coin as well. That's just so crazy. I don't know why people bought that. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. I'm trying to tell you. These are times like I don't think I ever traded breakouts. That was nothing I ever did. I did like. I have to ask, who did you first learn from? Did you first learn from ICT or did you go somewhere else? Like, did you get any other teachings before, or was it just straight ICT? Because I went through the ringer before I got to ICT. I took a lot of things. A lot of different courses. Dang, this is like 4 seconds delayed, I think. Can't really tell. Okay, back in 2012, textbooks and a friend, retail stuff, Ichimoku Cloud, trend lines. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Yeah, man, it was crazy, man. That stuff was crazy. Like I just remember, so I first started with, I think my brother tried to get me into it. It was like Ichimoku Cloud, or he was doing, maybe it was Bollinger Bands or something. I think he was telling me he was trying to do Bollinger Bands, and I tried that, and it was a little bit confusing, a little bit harder, and I was just like, I don't really know what this is. I'm not really gonna pay too much attention to it, but it is what it is. And then I got into like a couple of these people. You may or may not know who they are. Swaggy C. I did his course. Just as confused as anything else. I took. I don't know if you know who Daniel Savage is. I took his course. Bro, crazy. Left it alone. Then found out about Michael through a friend back when he was. Oh, okay. Dang, yeah. So you got in early. Yeah, I know ICT later. Ah, okay. Yeah, I only heard of him, and the first time I heard of ICT was in 2020. I had a friend that was in the maybe 2018 mentorship. I think that's where he was, and he had told me about him, and I didn't really listen. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like I don't really need that, because I was trading. I was over leveraging and trading. I don't even know. Like, I guess I'll call it support and resistance. And the thing that for me was just so hard was like they would show like, I guess you call them demand zones or whatever, and I'm like, this is so subjective. Like, you're just putting it here, and I'm like, well, how do I know like where to place it? And I remember messaging, I think it was Daniel Savage when I was in his stuff. I remember messaging, and I'm like, I have no idea. Have you ever checked this stuff from 2011? Nah, I haven't. Actually, no, I think I have. If you're talking about like the Scout Sniper series, and if you're talking about that type of stuff, I have gone through that. I mean, but it's been, I mean, at least 3 years or so since I've looked at that. But if you're talking about those things and like how to find high probability trades, I can't remember like his older videos. I have done that, but it's been a while since I've taken a look at that. Yeah, Scout Sniper Series. Yeah, I did all that early on. That's what I was doing, kind of like prepping myself for ICT content. And I don't remember if he had mentioned that. Yeah, scalping strategies. That's the one I remember the most. I'm not sure what other ones he had. Yeah, I saw that, what he was doing, and I'm like, this man's ridiculous. Like, if he could teach me how to do this, it's crazy. No, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it was just like, the thing for me was like, I didn't know that you could have that level of precision. I was like, yo, you can just like actually sell the top and it like moves away. Because everything in the books, every time they show you stuff in the books, obviously it's to perfection and it goes right to where you want it to go. But that's not always life. That's not how it always works in the markets. Sometimes you can get lucky, but he was doing it consistently. That's why I was like, okay, something different is about this guy. And while I was also in the where was I? I was also in I think it was a Daniel Savage or one of those things, and someone had posted a chart. Now I don't even know. You know how like people will like have a blank, like the thing is blank, and then they have like their entry or whatever, and it was like something like, well, nothing like this price action. But like, let's say they sold like right here. I mean, dude had like he had his entry here and stop loss was like really tight, and then obviously it moved away. And I was like, yo, how do you do that? Like, who'd you learn that from? And the guy goes, oh, ICT. And then I was like, then I literally messaged him. I emailed him. I was like, yo, my friend told me that you're having a mentorship that opens. And he was like, yes, you can email me here. And if you email me here, then you'll get the stuff. And we'll start here. And you'll sign the documents and whatever. And I was like, yo, I'm signing that. Like, I was like, I'm not taking another course. This is all I need. I'm not signing. I'm signing here. I don't need to do anything else. And yeah, the rest was history from that point. Yeah, this is crazy to go up 50 handles. That's crazy. Yeah, the rest was history, man. I saw that and was like, yep, that was designed for me. That type of thing, you know? Yep, that course was designed specifically for me. So yeah, we have about 10 minutes. We have a macro about to start, but we have 10 minutes until he talks. I'm actually just interested to see what happens, actually, because very intrigued by what the price action looks like based off, you know, what we've gotten today. Dow looks pretty strong, but you know, it always has something. I actually really like, I mean, I'm not saying I really like this, but if you look at this order block, I don't know if I move something. Look at this. I mean, I like this 15-minute because I think we should create this, but even if we don't, that's fine. I like this order block and see how it matches up with this. I mean, it's not necessarily a breaker because it doesn't take out this. Yeah, it did. Dow woke up and said, I don't care who's speaking, I'm going higher. Literally, that's the only one that has the cleanest price action. Like, to me that looks wild. That's the only thing with the cleanest price action. Comes down, fair value gap, moves away, and like that's the only thing that looks like actually like reasonable. Everything else like S&P, garbage, and this looks like a heart attack. It's just having a heart attack right now. But just based off of like this and us responding off of this candle, I mean, that's what I can see now as being something significant. We also have this fair value gap there, which I would have liked it better if it created it over top of this high. But ultimately, you know, it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, that's pretty much like what I'd be looking for. This encapsulates the first presented fair value gap. So, but yeah, as of right now, like, even, I mean, for me, even after him speaking, just looking at what the price action looks like, yeah, bro, like 15-minute was saying we're gonna go higher, but the wicks are like, yeah, all you people that think you're right in early, you know, we're gonna come get you real quick. So it is what it is. This is the M5. What's happening? There we go. So yeah, 6 a.m. opening. I'll peep that. I'll make sure I got that on, because I think that it's important to have that. I'm gonna take this one off. That's good. But yeah, I got that on there. I'll be I'll have it on there. But yeah, especially if I think this can go higher. If he's gonna speak at 11, probably wait till a little bit after. But this would have been the better framework. And then this candle accompanied with this. That's what I've been looking for. But you know what? What happens for a reason. Just got to like continue learning. No, I don't. I mean, my friend was a charter member. But I haven't really like spoken to him a lot. But no, I mean, I don't really know anyone other than you and him, and I guess my brother. Those are the only people I know that are charter members. Other than that, I have no idea who's in and who's not. Because sometimes people say they are, and then I would listen to them, and I'm like, there's no way. But there's no way that you were in his mentorship. Maybe they were, but it was hard to see that they knew anything. But no, I don't really talk to anyone that is in charter, or at least I have any like connections. But yeah, this is just, I mean, just right now, this is already getting way too busy for me. My charts usually don't get this busy. It's better. Yeah, like the Wi-Fi is chilling now. Everything looks good. But earlier on, it was just like crazy. Yeah. That's definitely like a thing that I would say. Yeah, calling it live and being a consistent. You know, it doesn't have to always, you don't have to always be right. But I think that you can tell somebody that's been in the markets for a while, and like kind of knows a little bit what they're talking about, like kind of what they're expecting. And like that was the thing for me as well. Is like I thought I always had to be right before I could start like, you know, doing this, and that's impossible. But yeah, the internet's fine now. I don't know what the problem was with that. But yeah, it's just certain criteria I think that you can see, and I think that when you look at ICT and you're like someone that has been trained or has learned from him, you think that you have to be kind of just like him, or have that same type of, you know, success, or not success, but like understanding right away, and that comes with time. So that's something that's helped me out as well. Like today, like I took a loss in front of you. I've taken a loss in front of other people that are watching. Before that used to like I couldn't do that. Oh no, for real. Yeah, for real. I hope that people take account into that, because honestly, if I would have known, I wouldn't have traded. I didn't know he was speaking. I had no idea. So again, thank you. I appreciate you for bringing that up as well, because I honestly had no idea. But yeah, there's a lot of important things that help you get to a conclusion when to take a trade, and what to do, and when to relax, and when to kind of sit. That's why like now, I take one trade now. Since I'm in like the beginning of finding profitability, I only take one trade, and then I'll kind of close the day. Even if I'm sitting here watching it, I still won't take a trade. Because what has helped me is I actually remove the buttons up here. Even though I don't necessarily press them, I do like a limit order. Just removing the buttons up here, it just lets me know that I'm not taking anything. So I just kind of sit here. Even if this, pans out and shows me what I want to see here and all that, it doesn't matter to me. There's always tomorrow and there's always next week. Yeah, because now I have a new protocol to make sure I check Forex Factory every day, every single day. Because I mean, it wasn't that big of a loss. It was $32. I mean, it's nothing. Before the $32 used to be like everything. Couldn't lose. You're not allowed to lose. That's kind of like where my mindset was in terms when it came to trading. Like I was not allowed to lose. I had to be perfect. You couldn't. Yeah. So, and obviously that is unrealistic. So we got 3 minutes here. We can even create this fair value gap even better, in my opinion. Yes, patience 100% pays. It pays well, and it pays every time. This is just too much for me, so I'm not gonna put that on there. I see that fair value gap. It's just too much. Too much going on. I just need to know where this is. Yeah, 939. We need to. Yeah, pretty close. We almost didn't get that first presented fair value gap. And then if we did, so if it had been after 10 or after 9:40, I would have waited until 10 o'clock, and there's literally even nothing here, anyways. I mean, maybe this one, but probably would have got stopped out. But yeah, still would have been. Yeah, I hadn't. Yeah, Trump just. I would have just kind of sat on the sideline until after he talked. We got 1 minute. Have you ever thought about like live streaming at all, or you just kind of just chill? All right, bet. Yeah, I'll pop into to your stream. I didn't. I'm gonna subscribe to you, so at least I can. Oh, do you live stream or not? Is it on this account or is it something else? Another place. Ah, TikTok. All right, cool. I'm not really on TikTok, but I'll pop on there if you're. Is this still your? Is that your TikTok handle? I mean, what's your TikTok handle? I'll throw you a follow. And to be honest, if I was actually expecting a little bit more bullishness, we didn't have Trump talking and all this stuff, I would actually want to see this remain a breakaway gap, and then us use this to trade higher. I wouldn't want to even see us come down. All right, bet. Okay, cool. Yeah, just let me know. I'll cool. Cause I'll peep. I like to also kind of learn what other people are doing, just to see how they view the markets and stuff. I think it's important. Okay, cool. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man, definitely appreciate you, man, for being here, stopping by, also teaching me something as well. Always open for that. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, we're just kind of doing nothing. Doing a little bit of nothing right here. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's all good, man. For sure. It's all good. So yeah, I would like to see this actually remain, as I was kind of explaining a little bit earlier, as a breakaway gap. I don't want to see it straight down to that. And then I want to see if we can create a gap here, us to use this candle, if we can actually do that and not like completely close it in. We can do that, because then we have the respect off of this order block, us potentially trading higher, but it can do. Oh wait, I'm gonna do this. I'm tripping right now. Tripping, cuh. This would be the fair value gap. Well, not yet. I'll just wait. Nope, no fair value gap. So niche though, nothing to do here. Nothing to do. Yep, nothing there, man. But yeah, for me this day, yeah, I think tomorrow might be a little bit better. A little bit better of a day. Personally. Just need to see a fair value gap be formed. Yeah, if I'm being really honest, today, not a lovely PA day, but you know what? It happens. It happens. Is this order block, does this support price going higher? Or do we run right through this one? This to me though, this is a little bit not concerning, but this looks like this little trend line. That looks too much like that to me right now. Yeah, I got 81. Yeah, that's me. I got 81. Yep, that is me. I have 81 followers. Yep, I just got yours. I'll follow you back. Yep, I just requested. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's like a trend line. The trend line phantom. This lovely thing that I used to trade, and then would just get blasted every time. That's what that looks like to me. So, looking at that now, but we'll see. To me, it almost looks like a little bit of yesterday's price action. Only what I mean by that in terms of like later on how it's just a slow grind higher. That's pretty much what we got yesterday. It traded higher, but it was just it looked like this. So yeah, I mean it looks nice here on this time frame, but as you go here, I mean just slow grind. So yep. I want to see that remaining breakaway gap, but we could trade down into this 15-minute. Might be healthy to have that type of yep, there's a trend line. Yeah, bro. Yeah, 100%. Nice to yeah, talk with you and definitely network. I'm trying to get more into that and like, you know, talk with other traders who are, you know, doing the same thing, doing well, and just you know, trying to grow and get better. Those are people I like connecting with. Yep, for sure, man. So you said you stream on TikTok? Yeah, I definitely would pop in there. Definitely would pop in there. So I want to make sure see what we're hitting on this time frame. Yeah, so we finally closed above that. That's kind of what I want to see a little bit earlier. We see on the top end of this inverse daily. So yeah, we'll see what we get here. Do we support this or not? Yeah, if you could send me your TikTok. I don't know if it's username or whatever. Yeah, definitely pop. Unless you have it on there, I don't know. Cool. Okay, cool. Perfect. Appreciate it. So this might not be actually a breakaway gap. This may actually be a fair value gap. Let's see. See if we can get down there. What happens when we get there? And I like this combo there with this. But we gotta see if we can even get down there. Tapped into this. Oops. Keep forgetting about that. Below. So we tapped into this. We hit the top end of the order block on the 15-minute chart. So the opening price we didn't hit, but we hit the high end of it. I liked it better if we trade a little bit deeper, but that's we might see that nice PA finally. It's like 10-10. It's the macro. That's what 50 handles away there. Yeah, we'll see though. Trump is speaking already. What's he saying? Trying to figure out what he's saying. What's he trying to do? He's trying to do something different. He just mentioned crypto and BTC is pumping hard. I mean, yeah, I guess that doesn't. Guess that doesn't really surprise me. Yeah, someone else was telling me Trump is like so hardcore bullish on crypto right now. Okay. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. It's just gonna be a day I'm just gonna chill, you know? Like, that's crazy. That reaction is crazy. How deep it traded into that. I mean, the bodies are right now, you know, kind of above this, but still, that's kind of crazy. Trade through that, trade back down to this order block, and we just completely overlap this one. But that's the area that we'd be looking for bullishness to occur. But man, that wick is crazy. Crazy orange, man. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I guess that's kind of where we got to at this point. Where we are. This is ridiculous. Yeah, so waiting until 10 o'clock, or sorry, not 10 o'clock, wait until after he would have spoken. This would have been where my entry would have been, but that's just wild, bro. That's a crazy wick. So it would have been inside of this fair value gap, and then would have been looking for 50 if it could even get there. Let's see. 50 would be there. So that would be the target if I would not have taken a loss this morning, or if I would have waited. That would be the trade setup. But how deep did it actually trade down? $14, that's not that bad. Oh, now you want to run NASDAQ. Thank you. Now you want to trade how you normally trade. Now you're done being held. Ah, okay, I didn't know that. I see. Yeah, now you want to go and have some fun. I mean, these are the highs that I'd be targeting anyways, like up here. That would be the buy side liquidity. This is before that, so that's what I'd be expecting to get hit. That's it right there. Yeah, such a difference when you know what you're waiting, right? like when you know what you're waiting for, it's such a difference, like what happens actually. You know, the price actually starts to move, you know? It doesn't just sit there and hold. So, there we go. It should, I mean, this should just start screaming and running towards that buy side. That's what I think. I should go take that out. Basically what we're seeing in Dow, what we're seeing in ES, it should, I'd want to see this remain a breakaway gap. I don't want to see a trade down there before taking out that high. This I'd want to see remain as a breakaway gap. Where is it? Right there. That's what I'd like to see. The bodies, again, telling the story here, also telling the story here. I remember there was one day, I think it was like USD JPY or something. And maybe it was during the mentorship or something. It was one of the mentorship videos where this, like, Trump had said something and it did something like crazy. I was like, I didn't even know, like, price would literally do that. Be that animated. That was something I just did not know. Yeah, I don't want to see that trade too. Leave it open, man. Don't completely collapse that. Leave it open. Okay. You can hit it. Don't close it though. Do not close it. But it's a lot crazier how wouldn't be that. It'd be more like left open. But yeah, if it doesn't close it in, I like that a lot better. But it was crazy how Trump had said something and USD JPY went like berserk. Yeah, so we completely closed in this fair value gap. Not what I would want to see if I was in this trade. Not even close. Now Dixie is tanking. Okay, cool. But yeah, man, this type of like overlapping, this is interesting day, I will say. Very, very interesting day. The fact that we came down there, left that, now we came up, failed to take out the high, and then now we're tanking again. So, oh, this needs to be on this chart only. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that right there. I mean, we are hitting the bottom end of yesterday's first presented fair value gap, but yeah, this is wild right here. I actually prefer that I actually took the loss earlier because it was better. If I'm gonna be honest, this trade right here, man, this would be ridiculous. Like for the come back down here, come up, failed, and come down here, even if it goes all the way up there, still that is ridiculous. Yeah, maybe on one of my other screens I need to have like Dixie just to kind of look at it a little bit. Just to see it. Yeah, this is not very clean PA right now. This is kind of a lot choppier. Yeah, the chop. Bro, I've been trying to find that. Apparently, Patrick Whelan said that. I've been trying to find that clip, so when I start doing sound bites in here, I can start adding that. But I can't find it. Can't find it. Because when I get I think it's called a streaming deck or something. I might have that, but I can't find it. If you know where that video is, let me know so I can get that clip. I know ICT says it in one of the videos, but I don't remember which one that one is. Or maybe I might have it because I think where he was like copying. He's like, the chop is real, and I think I wrote it down as like, oh, I need to use this as like a soundbite or something. But yeah, the bodies are respecting yesterday's first presented fair value gap, so it looks pretty. Could still see a little bit more price action higher, but still, this is not as not really preferred, you know. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? You don't have it? Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know where it is. Yeah, so I'd be back at entry again if I was in this trade. Pretty much. I mean, we would have ran up, what, how many handles? 37. And then just, like, flop. Yeah, not ideal. What do you mean is it time for questions? Oh, I mean, I'm open for Q&A, but I don't know. If you have any questions, yeah, always can ask them. Oh, Trump is being questioned. Okay, I was about to say. I didn't know that. Maybe. Yeah, for me, this is just, chalk it up as an interesting day and move on to the next one. That's what it is for me. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, I would not be a fan of this trade right now. I don't like where it is. Like, even from this level, like buying in this specific fair value gap, which we had 14 handle drawdown, which is fine. But then, like, where we are now to run up 37 handles to come back and, like, literally overlap the whole thing. I almost feel like I'm watching his 2024 mentorship when he's talking about Jackson Hole Symposium. That's what I feel like I'm sitting through right now. I feel like I'm just sitting through that. Mm. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm sure that's kind of crazy. I wouldn't put it past that though. That's kind of crazy. I could imagine like, yeah, you saying something and then boom, the I guess triggered. That's crazy. Finally, because it looks like S&P wants to rip, so this is probably gonna rip now. But yeah, this is interesting price action. I can tell you that. Dow is just surging, bro. I'm telling you, it did something. It like it's on it's on something. This Dow is just going higher. It doesn't matter what he's saying. It's just like, yep, that's where I'm going. We're going there. S&P took out its high, but NQ has not. But I believe it should. Oh, okay. Yeah, my dad is working on an algo as well. He kind of watched some of the mentorship as well. For some reason, I just like trading. Like I like the it's not necessarily the thrill. I just like the game that it is. It's like for me, it's like a really mental game, and I like it. So it would be hard for me. Like even if I could code everything and it would like literally trade exactly how I would trade and like would do it, um, I still wouldn't want to do it. I like this. Come on, NQ, you can get there. You can copy your siblings. It's okay. Yeah, I mean it is. Yeah, this is just very interesting price action. I will say that very least. Because I'm wondering if they're gonna reclaim this. Nope. Yeah, I'm actually glad that I took the loss when I did, and I took that trade because this one would be even. I think I'd be even more. I'm like, what's happening right now? Like, I'm like, why is it doing this? Yeah, I prefer the loss that I took actually. That one was a little bit easier. Yeah, 100p right now. 100p. 100%. Just gotta wait for. I mean, this would be a waiting game, if not getting stopped out. I mean, this is what I'd have been in this trade for. Let's see, so we've been here for 15 minutes. 15 minutes in this trade, and I pretty much gone nowhere. Went up 37. Yeah, went up 37 handles, came right back down, almost to entry, then went up, back down. Yeah, this one would be a little bit, I would say, harder to manage. Even though I still believe it can go up there. This is just crazy. Yeah, so I'm looking at this. I mean, I don't think we should touch it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's be reclaimed. Inverse that. Finally. Yeah, let's pull up the, because I think we actually hit the, I think we hit constant encroachment of the gap already. Yeah. Okay, well that makes a little bit more sense where we're struggling at right now. Hit constant encroachment of it. Yeah. So if we could get up there, it'd be a full gap closure. I don't even need it to get all the way up there. No cap if I was in this trade. So yeah, I understand we hit contour encroachment. There would be some times where like I would see that, or I wouldn't see it, but I would have no idea that we're like hitting the midpoint of the gap, and so those are things that I didn't notice in trades in the beginning. I don't know if we were here then, but that's why I put an alert here so I know that it was hit. But for some reason now when I do it, it like hits it all the time. Yeah, 11:30. So now we get the lunch macro. Let's see what we get here. I'm trying to tell you, if this lunch macro does not trade us higher, I don't know what else. Like, what's good? This lunch macro should definitely be trading towards that buy side. Like, it definitely should be targeting here. There's just so much up there. We have the new day opening gap that like is right above that. Like the new day opening gap starts at like the low starts at 21,982.50. So that's what I'd be looking for. I'm looking for us to trade up to there and hit this buy side. But we'll see what we get here. Yeah, we hit today, and that's the new day opening gap from today. The low. We're gonna get 50 handles. We're gonna start attacking this, or we're gonna just fold again. There we go, NQ. Come on, keep pushing. Cha-ching. Have you been using the alerts? You know, you can change the alert sounds on TradingView, and they have some interesting sounds. I will say that they have some very, very interesting alerts, and yeah, they're quite the. Yeah, I don't know if you've checked them out. You should look at them. Some interesting ones. There was one where I forgot that I actually had that. I forgot I had that alert sound on. Oh yeah, hey, take a look. Yeah. That was pretty tough. That was pretty tough. I might have to change this that one. That was pretty tough. That one's pretty tough. I have like the normal one, but I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. I actually had it on and I didn't. I forgot that one was on, or I thought I changed it, and yeah, it just didn't. Okay, cool. So it looks like we're gonna get our buy side hit, and we'll get our 50 handles, and then we chalk it up. When we come tomorrow, we do the same thing. I mean, why not hit 49.5 handles and then trade down. But yeah, this is the trade past Trump speaking. This is what the trade would have looked like. But this one would have been a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. But it'll definitely go in the notes. Come on, bruv. What are we doing? Better go in the notes, lesson, and then go to the next one. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow too. Pretty much around the same time, like 9:10 EST. Yeah, let me know sometimes. Yeah, just let me know when you'll be trading. I'll definitely be popping on and looking. I took a trade one time. I pretty much look for 50 handles. Like that's my model right now. Like even though I can see a trade to the buy side, if that's where I was looking for, I would only trade for 50 handles. There was one time it went like 48 handles, and then it was on last Wednesday, I believe. I took a trade. It went 49 handles or something, and then literally reversed. I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Okay, there we go. So we got our 50 handles. Let's see, screenshot that, and then we'll see if we screenshot the buy side gets there. And then that will pretty much be it for this stream if it can reach up there. And attack that, and then I will be back tomorrow, mañana. Pum, pum, pum. It's a nice trade. This thing's bothering me. I don't know why I don't. I need to be on their specific one. But yeah, I'm expecting that buy side to get hit. It should want to scream up there a little bit. But that's a nice trade right there. Yeah, this right here is wild to me. That's a long wick that I would not be expecting in that. But again, we look at the bodies. If you even look on the 1 minute chart where the bodies are closing compared to this 5 minute fair value gap, they're closing above. So lets us know that more likely to trade a little bit higher than go lower. But still, this would have been tough to sit through with all this chopping. I mean, look at time elements, because I do trade. I do take metrics and stuff on my trades. So this one I've been taking 22 minutes to reach profit or target, and that would kind of, I guess, go along with the metrics that I take, because for usually they hit within 30 minutes. So if I'm in a trade and it's starting to be longer than 30 minutes and it's nowhere close to here, I close the trade, because it's just not it's not a trade I want to be in. If it's taking longer than 30 minutes, I kind of just close it. Yeah, tomorrow hopefully we get some more cleaner price action, but if not, then we don't. But tomorrow I'm hoping for something a little bit better. What I was afraid of this morning, if I'm being completely honest, I was afraid of us having an inside day today. That was something that I was afraid that we might get. It doesn't look like that, but you know, this kind of respected an area which we wanted to see respected. I wanted to kind of see that get traded over top of. But yeah, I want to like, as long as we start going up, like I kind of want that. I mean, I was afraid of having an inside day today in terms of like trading today, but I know if we have an inside day today, tomorrow's going to be crazy. So I'm okay with that. I was just more of like, I don't really want an inside day at all, because then I know that I'm in a scenario where it's less favorable for me, at least the way that I trade, it's less favorable. So an inside day just doesn't, don't work for me. You know, I like to see expansion. Inside days don't have a lot of expansion. Some people are good, I guess, in consolidations and stuff. I ain't the one. That ain't me. But again, like for me, like this is a crazy pullback. Like I'll use this. This will be the order block. Let me just use this. Oh, this is a 5 minute. I'm tripping right now. So this, yes, I see that there, bro. How close we were to that? There's no way I'd want it to come back. It should expand there. Like the fact that it came back down, like this is, it's just like, yo, turn the charts off. Like that's how I feel right now, you know. I'm just looking at this like, yo, turn the charts off. Like, what are we doing here? For me, it's like, yo, there's no way we come up here this close. How many handles away were we? Yeah. Like, oh, that's the wrong thing. What, 7.5 handles away from hitting the buy side? But that's the type of day that we've been having, is high resistance, so deep retracements. Yeah. It's kind of what we expect. Yeah, if we're truly bullish, yeah, this should trade higher. Like this should not be given up at all. If this is given up, I think we have bigger problems, bigger issues. But it should already have that. I can take that off. It should support us going higher. If we're in fact bullish, it should not. I don't even think it already kind of traded, or maybe it failed to hit the middle. Yeah, so it failed to hit the middle. Use the bodies. I don't think it still didn't hit the middle. No, so still reasonable. But yeah, just I guess with high resistance, because that's pretty much what we have. This isn't low resistant. We expect deeper retracements, and then we expect it to fail and not reach the buy side. And then, you know, at a later time come up and reach the buy side. That's what we would be expecting with this price action. We also, which I didn't see, have this volume imbalance here as well on the 15-minute chart. We do have that volume imbalance there, which it didn't quite hit on this candle. Definitely went through it, but yeah, the volume imbalance is there. So we'll see when we get there. But again, yeah, that's at like the midpoint of this order block. Would not want to see that. See if we can hit that buy side. Let's see, we have until, like, I'm going to give it till 12. If it doesn't hit it at 12, I'm just going to just end the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. Or if it hits it before, then I'll do it before, and then I'll kind of just hop off. But yeah, I had the right direction. Just got to check the Forex Factory. You know what I mean? Forex Factory. But yeah, I liked how we used the 4-hour inverse fair value gap here. We stayed in the upper portion of that, had this gap from yesterday. This price action was a little wonky, but that's fine. Close above, all that stuff. And then we had all this, and Trump speaking at 11. Then you have the buy exit there, and ultimately reaching for up here in the new day gap, or new day opening gap low from today, which is 21.982 and 50. Yeah, it's not worth it for me right now. I mean, even this one, if I'm being honest, like, yes, this trade would have won, but if I'm just looking at it right now, I'm just not really interested in that. Not interested. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow we get a little bit better price action. A day I actually avoided was Tuesday, but I had a nice trade set up in the lunch macro. I think around like I think it was during the lunch macro, and then also the like 11:50 to 12:10 macro. I think it also played out as well. Yeah, we also have a volume imbalance here that I just saw that we held as well. So that's good, especially how ICT explains it as one of his weaker of them. And so if this can hold it, then that's letting you know a little bit as well. Yep. There we go. So that's a volume imbalance there. Also in the upper portion of this fair value gap on the 5-minute chart. So that's a good area. Tripping? There we go. Yeah, so we'll see what we get here. We also used interesting. So we had this inverse fair value gap here, and then we use it here, and that also is the middle of yesterday's first presented fair value gap. So this, pretty much all of this, the bodies, this upper portion here is inside of the first presented fair value gap from yesterday, and we hit that, and this is like, it pretty much hit the middle of it. Yeah, maybe we can get some bullish PA here. Let's get some expansion now above this high. Attack this buy side, and then we move to tomorrow. Because for me, that was the upside that I saw today, was to take that out. And hopefully tomorrow we can see, there it is, bang. There we go. Well, take a screenshot there. Yeah, that's pretty much all for today that I have. Also, that coupled up with Thursday's first presented fair value gap from December 26, 2024. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. I took one loss. I don't know how many handles it was, but it'll be in the title of the video. I definitely appreciate everyone for stopping by, especially you. Too cool. I appreciate you, and also for helping me realize and remember I need to check the Forex Factory calendar every day, because that would have saved the minor loss this morning, and then this would have been the trade, even though it was choppy, but that would have been what I would have been waiting for. But yeah, I definitely appreciate it, and I'll be back on tomorrow at 9:10. Same time, and I will definitely check Forex Factory before, and I appreciate that. Too cool. I'm gonna hit you up after the stream is over. If you're definitely cool with that. But I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.